Hey everyone, it's the Monday night of Dead Week here in Cookeville, Tennessee. I'm Andrew Smith, faculty advisor to underrepresented new creative live experiences, better known as Uncle, and our brand new president, JoJo.
Hello.
What's up, JoJo?
How are you?
It's nice to see you. And I basically went over to the Backdoor Playhouse where we used to have these open mics, and I said, which one of you humans will help me save Uncle? And JoJo just said, me. Pick me.
Yeah, you did kind of pull a kid out of the crowd and say, congrats, you're president now.
So. Pretty much. We volunteered you to be the president of Uncle. So what's been going on at the Playhouse? What kind of really fun stuff have y'all been up to over there?
So we've just wrapped up production and showing of Failure, a Love Story about last week. That was an excellent comedy drama directed by my good friend Mark Creeder. We're looking to kind of solidify our schedule for next semester. I know that we have our spring show selected, which is going to be a show called Airness. It's about air guitars and air guitar competitions. Look forward to that.
That sounds incredible, JoJo. I cannot wait to go to an air guitar play.
It's going to be full 80s, giant hair, mascara, just everything. I'm looking forward to just how crazy that show is going to look.
Did you ever see Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
No, I did not.
Look that up. Look up John Cameron Mitchell. For some reason, I just got flashes of John Cameron Mitchell. I think you and JCM would be appreciative of each other. So we have been very cautious. You guys have been in person, wearing a mask. I've gotten shots. Have you gotten a shot?
I just got my second one on last Thursday.
So you got the one at Tech too. Then I got the Tech shot. The Pfizer was pretty gentle on me. I heard the Moderna was tougher. So I can't really see a reason why we won't, unless there's another crazy surge, because we live in an area where some people don't want to socially distance, don't want to wear their mask. Maybe we'll be back in open mic night in September, maybe at the stage, the big beautiful stage at the Backdoor Playhouse. So hopefully Mark will get on here. Maybe let me text him too, see if he's able to join us. I don't know what he's got, what shenanigans Mark has planned for us. You didn't have a performance of any kind up your sleeve, JoJo?
For myself, no. I'm here to look pretty and look good doing it. But
well, you're doing a great job, and I'm going to tell everybody out there in Facebook land, especially people that know me from these before. I always wait till the last minute, and so we are super disorganized. But you guys can, if you hit up my DMs on Messenger, we can set you up with a spot here at the virtual open mic presented by Uncle for the spring semester of 2021. This is not just an exclusive to Tech faculty, staff, and students, but anybody who would love to do a virtual open mic would be just so welcome to join us. So I'm going to go ahead and message Faith and see if she wants to get on the backstage and do her thing. And I've had the honor of getting to know Faith in creative writing this semester, and I think she might even do some music and some poetry. So really? She's going to be kind of our featured performer. I was kind of going to go Mark, then Faith, then me, but I hope I can get her to come up here. I have to decide what poem I want to read. I'm pretty sure I know which poem I would like to read tonight. So you're at a virtual open mic presented by Uncle. We hope in academic year 21-22 that we can start bringing back live shows. We did some bands back in the day, actual like rock shows up there in the Playhouse. So we've been able to platform a lot of really brilliant entertainment over there at the old Backdoor Playhouse, or the BDPH, as I like to sometimes call it.
I have no doubt we'll be able to. I mean, we're planning on having solo events or things of that nature held in the plaza. I mean, they've been holding concerts in the plaza for the last 2 weekends. I have no doubt we could be able to do something like that.
I heard about those. Have you gotten to go over to any of those?
I have not specifically sat down for any of them. I have seen them. Yeah, it's a pretty large gathering, and it's the full band or choir that's out there, belting it out. So doesn't seem that bad. And I mean, we've also had 3 shows this semester in the Playhouse, socially distant in the seats and masked while on stage.
And I've been to those, and I would say that you all are doing an extraordinary job of doing kind of having the best of both worlds active there. So I know what I did. I'm not managing my screens here very well. Can you still see me? Oh, everybody's here now. Okay, flip a coin between Mark. You know what, Faith? I'm going to let Mark go first. We were waiting for him to get here, but can you hear us in the backstage room? So you all can just hang out and watch from the backstage, but you can text and tell your friends that you're on deck on the Backdoor Playhouse Facebook page, on the Teacher on the Radio Facebook page. Welcome to Online Open Mic 2021 spring semester. So this is going to be our order. I'm going to take JoJo and I off stage. Mark Creeder is going to do a little something. Then Faith is going to perform for us. And then after that, I'm going to read a poem. And we want to give everyone a big round of applause, either person like me on the screen or virtual applause in your little cubby hole and little Zoom screen back home, because JoJo has agreed to be the president of Uncle, carrying on a great tradition that we began, Mark, in 2007 is when we started this kind of iteration of the open mic tradition. So here comes Mark Creeder. Hey, Mark.
Hey, can you hear
Hi,
me?
Mark. You're live, Mark, and I'm going to excuse JoJo and me, and you're on the stage.
Oh, okay. So this is a little preview. For the first time ever, I'm going to be participating in the Storyteller Fest this weekend, which is going to be at the Dogwood Pavilion. And this is a little preview of the story that I'm going to be telling, which I'm still working on. But this is a little story that I call The Inevitability of Santa Claus. If you are a man of a certain stature, with a certain gleam in your eye and a white beard and preferably long white hair, you will eventually be asked to appear somewhere as Santa Claus. Oh, yes, Santa Claus, that jolly old elf, that magical man with a twinkle in his eye and a belly that jiggles like a bowl full of jello, that ho-ho-hoing deliverer of presents and joy, that walking Coca-Cola commercial. Yes, it's true. I have walked the walk and talked the talk as the big red man himself, Santa Claus. Now, like most children in this country, I began my love affair with Santa as a wee lad growing up in the great state of New Jersey. My childhood home had a lovely, large fireplace, just perfect for the fat man to slide down every year in his quest to deliver toys to good little boys and girls. And oh, did I believe. I remember seeing Santa every year at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and losing my ever-loving mind. Now, I had a small amount of doubt when, at the ripe old age of 6, I must have seen one too many Santas standing on corners, ringing bells and sitting in Macy's taking orders and making a special appearance at the local hardware store. And I finally asked my mother, how is it possible for Santa to be in so many places at once? Now, my mother was a sly one, and without missing a beat, she explained, well, Mark, Santa doesn't ever want to let the children down. So if he is double, tripled, or even quadruple booked, he asks his poker buddies to put on the Santa clothes and go bring joy to the children. Now, I remember nodding my head and replying, that makes sense. I mean, my dad had poker buddies, and on occasion, one of them would fill in for my dad at a golf game or a bowling night. So why wouldn't Santa's buddies do the same? I do feel a little bad in retrospect for that Santa that I saw at the Sunoco station shortly thereafter, filling up his caddy. I walked up to him while my mom's back was turned, winked at him, gave him one of these, and whispered, "You're doing great, pal. Santa would be proud." Now, My first foray as Santa Claus was weirdly in a dance number choreographed to Santa Baby. And all I did was stand there in full Santa regalia while some of the women in the class awkwardly flirted with Santa Baby. Okay, not my greatest moment on stage, but I gotta admit, I liked how the suit felt. I liked the way people looked at me when I was dressed like Santa Claus. I mean, they weren't seeing Mark Creeder, that, so and so. They were seeing Santa Claus. And not just children either. I've seen grown men getting very squishy around Santa Claus. Like maybe they wanted to thank you for that stuffed teddy bear they got at 5 years old. Of course, sometimes they look at Santa like they're thinking, where's that puppy I never got as a kid? Huh, Santa? They lock eyes on you as if to say, I waited in that line for 3 hours. You said you'd get me a puppy. And on Christmas morning, I got a winter coat. Where's my puppy? And that is all I'm going to give you. But if you want to see the rest of the story, I'll be performing it Saturday at the Storytelling, the afternoon at the Storyteller Fest that's going to be happening at Dogwood Park this coming Saturday. So thanks, everybody.
Mark, what time at Dogwood Park this Saturday?
The whole thing starts at about 9 o'clock. I think I'm scheduled in the afternoon, but they've got a whole bunch of great storytellers that are going to be doing stories all day long.
So, friends and foes and folks just looking for something to look at on the interwebs tonight, that was Mark Creeder, director, curator, rock star of the Backdoor Playhouse, reading a draft of a story. And I can tell you, as a person who loves Christmas as though I were still 9 years old, Mark has seen me get my Christmas on. Oh, do I love Christmas so much. And Mark is the best Santa ever. I will spare all of you the PDA of me climbing on Mark's lap and asking for a present. But Mr. Creeder is the man when it comes to a Santa Claus. He also does weddings. So if you're looking for a secular pastor, I get a lot of, because I am a preacher by trade, I get a lot of requests to do weddings that I have to turn down for one form or fashion. And so I have to give referrals to somebody. Unless they're religious folk, I'd be like, why didn't you go to your church? If they're secular folk, I always recommend Mark Creeder, the best secular wedding officiant for you non-church folk in the Upper Cumberland, for a very affordable fee. Hit him up at mcreeder@tntech.edu. Hey, Mark, before you go, JoJo was telling me about the play for next spring. Is that for real?
Airness? It sure is.
I can't wait.
It's a whole show about the culture of air guitar players.
I'm dying. I'm dying right now. I don't know how I'll ever make it to next spring. The excitement is already coming.
I think there's a chance this may be your favorite play that we've ever done. It's
I'm
so
dying.
fun.
I am dying. I might even have to go out for it. We'll see what happens. So, Mark, I'm going to let you off screen. Thank you so much for being here at Virtual Open Mic. We've got a good crowd live on Facebook. If you ever desire to jump in here before we close up the night, hit up my DMs on Facebook. I'm not really managing all my screens that well here, so if I don't catch your message, I apologize. But I am so excited to bring on the next performer. This person is a young Appalachian author from Oneida, Tennessee. Did I say that right? Over here going to our east. She's a brilliant writer and a recent alumnus of my creative writing, Intro to Creative Writing 3400 here at Tech that we taught this spring. And she's got a story that I'm hoping to either publish myself or help her get published that she wrote that I thought was just so cutting edge about being queer and in church in the South. I don't know. And it was just perfect. And then she's also a great poet and she also likes to sing. So this is kind of my new favorite local artist. And I'm so grateful that she found her way to our open mic. She's kind of like our headliner for tonight. So ladies and we've got plenty of time, so you can go on as long as you care. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the virtual stage, Faith Fairchild.
Hello. So I do play the ukulele and I might play a song that I wrote, maybe, but I'm going to start off with poetry. So the poem I'm going to read first is called Longing for Appalachia. There's no hollers to be found within a 10-mile radius of this town. No trailer parks either. The HOA bought them out, flattened them to the ground, and built cardboard cutout homes for cardboard cutout families with cardboard cutout lives, and told the poor people to suck it. There's no mountains with long oaks gracing the surface, the kind of view that is not simply awe-inspiring, but inspiring of awe. No rivers, with water that flows till brown with sediment, the kind that carved its path, times far before I. No, only man-made lakes, the kind with pristine, polluted water, the color of a newborn kitten's eyes as it lay dead on the side of the highway. There's no community here, with family that not only share blood, but share faith, share with neighbors, share with friends, share with strangers. Here, they are all strangers, dragging their feet, head down, shoulders slouched through life, as if preparing for nothing but their own death. There's no Appalachia here in this town. My feet pace these sidewalks, longing for there to no longer be sidewalks. And I walk into all these stores, longing for there to no longer be stores. What the hell does anyone need a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and a Ross for? As a contributor, I must complain. An Olive Garden, Fazoli's, Logan's, O'Charlie's, and Chili's all in the same place? My longing is driving me insane. There's no Appalachia here, and it's a crying shame. That's one of my favorite poems. And then I was gonna, this next poem I'm gonna read is a little more heavy, and it's about some recent events in America. It's called No Matter. You say, guns don't kill people, people do. The Second Amendment cannot be infringed upon. It's un-American. No matter if it's a young unarmed black man minding his own business in broad daylight, his mom a weeping witness. No matter if it's a 4-year-old little girl from the town over who is sitting in her kindergarten class coloring a picture of Santa, bloodstains on the page. No matter if it's Tucker, who goes to the same church as you, sitting in his car in a McDonald's parking lot. He never saw it coming. No matter if it's Sarah, the neighbor's daughter, gunned down by Henry, the preacher's son at the high school. Thoughts and prayers couldn't save her. No matter if it's Derek, your only son, ripped away by an AR-15 in the school cafeteria, chicken nuggets spilled all over. All he could do was hide under the table. You say, no matter if, until the no matter matters then, you demand the change we demand now. And while guns do not kill people, they make it a hell of a lot easier to steal innocence, to steal lives, to break families, to breed fear, to breed hate, to steal love. And I say, it's time we fix the mess we've made, so no more die in vain, no matter if you are unhappy with what it takes. So that one is a little bit more heavy, and I really like that poem, and I think it speaks to a lot of, the emotions that I have about the climate we're in right now. I'm going to read another one called Insomnia. This one's pretty short. 3 a.m. I can never sleep. My mind folds and unfolds, an origami puzzle of neurons and broken promises, held together by duct tape, tattered edges, too soft to harm others, not harsh enough to withstand, like a glass house full of angry fists, or a sandcastle built near the tide, destined to fall, desperate to thrive. And I'm trying to see I'm trying to think if I want to perform a song, but I think I'm going to read another poem. This is a recent one. It's called Doctor's Visit. After all you'd done to me, I thought, this is the loneliest day of my life. 19 years old, sobbing on her cold dorm room floor, alone, used, worthless. And now, in the stark white of this doctor's office, I think, this is the loneliest day of my life. 21 years old, sobbing in her loving boy's arms, lonely, but not alone. The worst thing you did was not her or him or her or her. It was the risk, the uncertainty, never able to trust again, to open up again, to love again. But I did, and somehow you still came back to haunt me. I'm really nervous because I've never done anything like this before, and I'm trying to think if I want to sing and risk embarrassing myself. Mr. Smith, do you think I should sing a song if you're listening?
One, am I listening? But it's not just going to be me asking you to sing a song. Jojo, do you think that Faith should sing a song?
I think absolutely that she should sing a song.
Are we like loving every word that she just said?
I think we are.
Yeah, I think you got to do a song.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt this. This is an original song, and I've been practicing it in anticipation just in case I decided to perform it. Bear with me. Sorry guys, that was a little rough. My ukulele was slipping on my shirt and it wanted to just fall down. But all right, I think that's all I have.
Faith, that was so fantastic. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I'll see you at our little class on Wednesday, and I'm going to make a recording. I'm going to make a archive of this so you can watch it later, or at least show it to your friends. Don't make that face. You did a fantastic job. Everybody, Faith Fairchild making her virtual open mic debut tonight. So we can say we knew you back when. Thank you so much for coming on the stream tonight. So I'm going to read y'all a poem, and it kind of trips really nicely from what the one poem that she read about gun violence. As everyone is aware, there's a lot of injustice in our world today. And I'm thinking about the man that we're thinking of in Eastern North Carolina. His name also Andrew, interestingly enough, who was murdered in his car. And the young man who died in the school bathroom in Knoxville. The young woman who died up in Ohio, the little boy who died in Chicago, and it's just one after the other. The killing of young Black people by the police. It's just out of control. So anyway, I'm just my heart's broken for our country. I'm also worried about all the other things we need to be worried about too. Global climate crisis, the war on a woman's choice and reproductive autonomy, the war on our trans youth. There's just so many things to be concerned about. And so I'm a very liberal preacher, very inclusive spiritual person. And one of my life heroes I've been studying since I was about 5 years old is the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. And he used the saying that I don't believe he invented, but he borrowed from his great wellspring of learning. And the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. And I've been questioning the validity of that beautiful saying a lot these last months, these last 10, 11 months. And so I'm going to read my poem called The Arc of the Universe. Call it progress, call it hope. But I hung on to that quote. You know, the one made famous by MLK, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Yes, that quote. Bet my life on that quote. Yet we know it isn't altogether true. The arc of the moral universe got kicked, got stomped by jackboots of white supremacy. The arc of the moral universe got deflated by the toxic whatever of cynical apathy. The arc of the moral universe got sucked down the crack pipe of cell phone addiction. These are consequences for the endless injustices of the immoral universe. The arc of the moral universe has no inherent incentive to even limp toward justice. The arc of the moral universe got converted into cryptocurrency. The arc of the moral universe got all bundled up to be sold with junk debts. The arc of the moral universe isn't even an arc anymore, and who cares about the universe when we cannot even convince our neighbors not to hate us, kill us, humiliate us? The arc of the moral universe, so tangled, so twisted, yet strangely still beautiful, not in these demonic systems, but in the ground beneath the dirty dirt, the roots too. So we step into the river anyways, all the mud, the muck, to remake the arc in hopes of this beloved justice. Just out of reach suddenly reaches us. Perhaps there is no arc, no absolute good, no ultimate guarantee, no total depravity, no tantalizing divinity, but not yet stumbling into entropy. No meaningful solution, but no meaningless abyss either. Rather right living in this tangled, complicated universe, with or without ultimate justice, but still hungry for radical compassion. The arc of the moral universe. You've successfully wasted about a half an hour hanging out on the internet. Is there anybody out there in internet land or Facebook Live land who's been on our messenger? We're so grateful to see those comments. Anybody want to hop on? Anybody want to hit me up? Please pick me. We got time for one or two more folk if you'd like to jump on. If not, Jojo, are there any more events this week? This is Dead Week. Anything left on the Backdoor Playhouse calendar this week? Any
on the Playhouse calendar specifically? No, I don't think that there's anything. I know that Lambda is going to be having a meeting open to all. That's this Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the Backdoor Playhouse.
What an important student organization. Our LGBTQ, etc. Formerly, they used to call it the Gay Straight Alliance, and now I think it's like so much more than just that. But it is the official club for our LGBTQ, etc., IA, etc., plus population. So, and are you like the president or something?
Yes, I am also the president for Lambda.
Jojo, why do we need to stop these horrible laws that Tennessee is proposing right now?
You're going to have to be more specific because Tennessee loves to just wake me up with, hey, do you want your rights and ability to function as a normal human being stripped from you? And I'm like, no, Tennessee, actually, I do not. I would very much not like that.
Well, let's just encourage people to look into what is do you know Justin? He graduated from here. He's part of a Tennessee. Oh, it's going to slip my mind, but he's part of a wonderful, wonderful local organization, and it is it's just a great organization. Oh, they help high school students, LGBT high school students. But anyway, they're very, very Justin Sweetman Weaver, Tennessee Tech alumnus, very, very active. Also, Glisten. Thank you. Thank you, Jeannie's in the chat. Glisten. Check out Glisten and check out the HRC. Now, I know that, they're like the biggest mainstream gay rights organization in the country. I think the Human Rights Campaign, but they will help you monitor what's going on in your community, and they're keeping up with the local bills. They called it the Slate of Hate. We got a shout out from the Lambda Club at a local high school. We've got one of their faculty faculty friends, I guess we'll call them, on the call tonight. Up there in Livingston, Tennessee, they recently started their first student LGBT club, and so this is so important that we affirm and include these youth in our communities, especially here in the rural South, where homophobia, transphobia, and racism are still a very dangerous possibility. So anyway, Jojo, thank you so much for co-hosting with me tonight. And Uncle will be back in the fall semester. And Katie Woods, it's so great to see you on the Zoom tonight. Everybody have a wonderful night, and let's do this again sometime. So good night from my virtual stage to your virtual couch, and we'll see you all around again soon. Oh, Mark, did you want to say something? Mark popped back in. Did you want to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say, we're having at 11 o'clock at the English department tomorrow our little retirement soiree for the retiring Jeff Keane, who, after 5 years of working with me, is just too exhausted to continue. So it's open to everybody. It's 11 o'clock in the English department, and there'll be cake and donuts. So if you know Jeff, please come and celebrate his retirement.
So Mark is the director of theater, and Jeff was the director of technical theater, and it's a great loss for tech and a gain to whatever community will absorb him in the future. But Jeff's goodbye party tomorrow at 11 o'clock up in Henderson Hall. So everyone else, just have a great night, and we'll see you all around. Thanks for the virtual Playhouse, and I think we'll try to do these back on the real stage in the fall. But these virtual ones are pretty fun as well. So good night all.
Bye.